this video I will be doing an overview of activity 19 starting on page 52. Okay, so there's a couple of instructions. They ask, or they tell you, use the information to prepare the debtors journal, debtors allowances journal, cash receipts journal for Yellow Boathouse. So we must do the three journals, DJ, DAJ and CRJ. How do we do that? We use the information. The information will be the specific transactions that they give us on page 53, and all those transactions must be taken to specific journals. Alright, so every transaction must be put in the journal. I put it here in the beginning, DJ, CRJ, etc. But we're going to look at that a bit later. That's the first part of the question. We have to total it at the end. Okay, so whatever DJ, etc., we fill it in, we total it. Okay, second thing that we must do is we must post the transactions to the debtors ledger. So once we've done the transactions in the different journals, we must look at specific people's names and in the debtors ledger do every individual account. And then we must also use the journals done in number 1, and then we must complete the relevant accounts in the general ledger. The general ledger is just a summary of specific accounts done. Okay, so let's say it's the debtors control account. We get information from all the final totals of all the different journals, and then we take it to the debtors control account in the general ledger. Okay, another thing that we must remember is that they will give you a profit margin to be able to know how to work out your cost price. Profit margin is 33 1/3%, so that means the cost price always 100, profit margin 33 1/3, so therefore your selling price is 133 1/3, because you have to add the profit to your cost price to get to your selling price. Okay, so they also give you other information, some more information. Outstanding debtors was 39,100, so that's the opening balance of debtors control. And the stock value, trading stock value, is 75,000. That's the opening balance for. So remember, now we're doing the month of March, and they give you the end of last month, which is also the same as the beginning of this month. Okay, just showing you 1, 2, and 3, what it will look like in the end. Okay, so you're going to use, for number 1, you're going to use all these transactions, and you're going to put the information of that transactions, you're going to put it in the CRJ, do all the transactions, add them together. Then you're also going to do the debtors journal from the transactions that that was given on page 53. So all those transactions, and you do it in the DJ and you do it in the DAJ. So those 3 journals, and you add the totals together as well. Okay, so that was number 1. Okay, number 2, post it to the debtors ledger. So now it's going to look like this. So the final answer will look like this. We've got the debtors ledger for the specific Goosen, Dippenaar and Malloy, and you do all the transactions relating to that specific debtor in his account, and all the specific transactions relating to Dippenaar in that account, and Malloy. Okay, so that was number 2, posted to the debtors ledger. And then you can also, from the debtors ledger, we can also do the list. That will be the final totals in each one there, 3, 9, 19 and 29, and that will be in the debtors list. And then we can also total that at the end. That will be the final thing that we do there. Okay, so that was number 2, the debtors ledger, and they didn't ask for the list, but that is the list that can add to the debtors ledger. complete the relevant accounts in the general ledger. That's a T accounts in the general ledger. So now, after I've done the specific journals, the CRJ, DJ, and debtors allowances journal, we use the final totals, all the final totals, okay, in the specific journals, and we take it to the sales account, to the cost of sales account, to the debtors controls account, and therefore we've got, that will be then number 3, the general ledger. We've got a debtors control account with all the transactions relating to debtors, trading inventory, bank, sales, debtors allowances, and cost of sales. So all those specific accounts will be done as T accounts. But we only, remember, the general ledger is a summary. So we use the final totals in the journals. For example, the final total in the DJ is the 3684, so we use the final total in the debtors control account. Okay, so it's only final totals because we are summarizing in the general ledger in the T accounts for all of them. That will be number 3 that we have to do. So that's the overview for activity number 19.